for the club.
Good, yeah.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Jimmy. I had to take myself off of mute to say hello. Now
Well,
I'll
no,
go
that's
back-
good.
Now
I
I'll go
can't
back
tell.
on. I'll go back on mute.
That works. Thanks for the greeting. Steve, you let me know when to start. Uh-oh, where'd they go? Is it me or did they disappear?
I think they left.
And that concludes my Rotary year, I guess.
Oh, welcome, welcome. Good job.
Oh, someone's coming back. I can hear a little bit.
Oh, great. Just bear with us, Jimmy. Little technical issue.
Yeah, no problem.
And I'm rich, you know what I mean?
Sam, can you use a kick?
What's on the table, the transformer and the paper.
What's up, Michael?
Hey, Jimmy.
Going. I think we're about to get started. Just some technical difficulties, of course. Everything was working fine at about 12 till about 12:30 when we wanted to start then. And here we go again. Looks like they dropped off again. So I guess we can just converse against. Oh, wait, there's Paul. Hey, Paul. He's in person via Zoom, I guess. No, there's everyone. So yeah, so it was a pretty nice setup. Michael, you saw it, but for those that didn't haven't seen it, it's a pretty nice setup. So we have the big projector screen on there, and that's going to project us, and then a program speaker if it's by Zoom, which is today. But there's also a podium there for if the speaker is speaking in person. So it's kind of set up kind of the traditional way, and I think that's set up so that there's a couple of, you might have seen there a couple of cameras. So there's kind of like the speaker's camera and then a camera to look at the room. And I don't know if Paul's trying to tell us something. You guys make out what that's showing?
It looked like it was going to the podium. Oh.
It looks like he's trying to show the screen. Hey, Paul, we can't hear you. I don't know if there's a way.
All right, Jimmy, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yep.
We have an internet problem here. And we're on Ethernet. It's just cutting out, and then
Uh-oh.
we lose the connection. So Steve's getting back in. So just be forewarned. I don't know what's
Gotcha.
going on, but we're not on Wi-Fi. We're on Ethernet.
Yeah, that's odd.
It is odd.
Yep. And it was working fine with, maybe it's everyone's videos. Should everyone take off video? If that matters.
Yeah, well, hopefully it's just it.
Hooray!
On screen and then
Uh-oh.
That's what we got.
Gonna have to mute it.
Yeah.
Everybody who's online except for Jimmy needs to mute.
Yeah, Arturo, would you be able to mute?
Somebody.
We're getting some feedback.
Reminders, I mute.
Go ahead, Jimmy. Let's give it a shot.
go in person and then watch
I
the.
think Arturo is still showing up as unmuted. I'm not sure how that's happening. All right, Steve, I can see the hybrid host logo there, but I don't know if I'm on the screen or. Oh, someone left. So Arturo, I don't know if you heard there, but there's some technical difficulties. Oh, can you, I see you saying thumbs up, Paul. All right.
Can you hear me now, Jimmy?
I can hear you now, Steve. Yeah.
All right, good. Go for it.
All right, great. Well, welcome everybody. It's great to see everyone. Sorry for the technical difficulties there, but I'm sure, you know, it's going to be one of many exciting things that happen this year as we kind of move forward in a new format. So I'll ask everyone to please stand, and then I'm going to have Paul, if you can lead us in the pledge, please.
Flag, pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Great, thank you, Paul. And then Joan, if you wouldn't mind leading us in the invocation today.
I passed that duty off if you don't mind.
Oh, I couldn't hear, but it sounds like someone's been assigned, so please do.
Okay, we'll find out. Okay, let us pray. It's good to be together again. The gift of Rotary is evident in this room. Friends are all about us with special gifts to share. We ask for you to be with each and every one of us as we move about our daily life, always keeping in mind the special talents we have. Let us be fair and kind to those in whose paths today. Let us focus on the objects of Rotary and implement those with your help. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. All right, everybody, go ahead and take a seat. We'll get this show on the road here. And I guess it's a little bit odd to say because we have been in a new routine over the last year and a half. But obviously, welcome everyone. It's great to see everyone on Zoom and through the screen there in person. It sounds like everyone's having a great time. So I'm really happy to see that. Onward to our normal agenda, if you will. And I guess the first thing to do would be to ask if there's any visiting Rotarians. Paul, maybe if you can give me a thumbs up or down there. There's no one on Zoom, so I'm not sure if there's anyone there. I don't think so. Okay, and let's see, any guests that are joining us today? All right, no guests. We'll move right along then. So as we kind of start this adventure, I just want to mention a couple of things here that obviously we're in a hybrid setting. It's going to be a little bit of a getting used to, I think, for all of us, but I think it's going to work well. But as we have our meetings, just a couple things to keep in mind. For any announcements or anything like that, it'd be great if a microphone could be used so us Zoomers can hear, or speak loudly, so those of us on Zoom can hear. And then also for us on Zoom, if you can raise your hand there, we have a team of experts there in person that are going to be moderators. I think Steve in this case, or Bob. So if you have a question or a comment or anything like that, that's the way for us to do that. If you can just raise your hand, would be great. So let's see, it's one announcement there. As many of you can see there, maybe not on Zoom, but you can see on the speaker's podium that there is a new banner this year. So along with my new tenure here as president, we also have a new Rotary year and new leadership in our district and Rotary International. So that is the logo for this year. I'm going to take off my pin here to kind of show on Zoom exact. Oh, it's a blue screen. So that's kind of the logo that we're going to be using this year, and that's on our banner there in person. And I don't know if someone has it there, maybe Barbara, if everyone is normal per tradition gets a pin. So those should be there in person. So feel free to spread those around if you haven't already. So it's exciting to start the year. Yeah, just kind of the whole world kind of resets, if you will. So just a quick announcement there. Let's see, announcements. Next Tuesday, I guess we're going to be having our first board meeting. So all our board members putting together their reports and that sort of stuff. So just want to let everyone know there. But since we're running a little bit behind, I'll save some other announcements towards the after the program here that's going to start in a little bit. So I know that there's a couple of announcements there. But I guess unless there's something else that I'm missing, and feel free to notify me by waving your arms there in person if I'm missing something. But since we're a little bit behind, I'm going to jump right into to our program today, which yeah, I guess is me. So let me do this, Steve. I'm going to try to share the screen. So let me know if it's coming in all right. All right. I think it came up, is that right? All right, great. Well, new year, new goals. Obviously, this is kind of been a unique year. We had a changing of the guard last week, and to thank kind of Paul for his service and kind of the great job that he did. And kind of in reflecting in the past year, it's amazing how much we as a club were still able to accomplish. So that's not a small feat. I'll certainly go over some of those things here, and I'll also kind of talk about some of the goals put together for this year. So I'll start things off here. Let me see. Make sure I'm right. All right, so this is a district goals. For those of you who don't know, kind of every year we are kind of reporting our progress, what we're tracking to the district. There's a citation that comes with it. So 13, I think, is the minimum there, unless I'm mistaken. But those are I'm going to be first going over some of the district goals that we have for this year. As a recap, last year's goals, or kind of last year what we did. We have 56 active members, and then we have 3 on leaves of absence. And so our total membership is about 59, with 56 that are recognized as active members. Last year, thankfully, we were able to get 2 new members. Allison and Andrew joined us. They're a great addition to the team, and I think we're really going to enjoy them, hopefully, once we're able to meet them in person. I can't see. Everyone looks really tiny on my screen. So if Andrew's there, Andrew, it's great to have you. And if you're not there, hope to see you soon, I guess, in person. So this year, we're shooting for a goal of about 60 members. So it's an increase of a little bit, as you can see, kind of historically speaking, kind of what our goals have been and what our enrollment has been. So we fluctuated between 56 and 58 over the last several years. We've had a lot of good additions to the club, and unfortunately, some folks that have had to leave us for various reasons. Hopefully, with our new format, we're able to keep good members like Carol can join us from afar, kind of through technology. So hopefully, this is something that we can continue in this new year. We'll see what kind of progress we made. And I should have announced that I'm going to go through kind of this information. There'll be a Q&A session, or we'll have time for questions after we get through there. So after I get through this presentation. So on my side, if none of you have led a Zoom meeting, it's really awkward because you can hear absolutely nothing. So if there is something urgent that should, if someone has a question, someone yell at me through the microphone, please. All right, moving forward. So new member sponsorship, this is just kind of indicative of who brings in, how many folks are bringing in new members into our club. So you can see there's been some variations there between 2 and 5 over the last few years. And this year we're having a goal of 4. So hopefully as things reopen, and I know BJ is, as our membership committee, has some exciting things kind of on the docket. So hopefully we're able to engage new opportunities to grow our club, but we certainly look to all of you to become active and proactively seek out people who you think would be good members. We have a lot to offer as a club, and a lot of good personalities and kind of passions that are in the club. So this is something, just kind of a reminder to all of us to always be on the lookout for new members to our club. So again, 60 members, and hopefully we can have at least 4 of us sponsor the members that are coming into our club. Last year, there was a couple of different training opportunities that is done through the district, really, and through Rotary International. If you have not checked out My Rotary, it's a website that offers a lot of different resources and programs that can help you develop some of the skills that Rotary has to offer with whether it's grant writing or certainly PETS as an example of something that's been made available through the district. And last year, because of everything that's going on, really the website has stepped up, and kind of the technology is catching up to the opportunities provided to our really our members, and how to gain knowledge, if you will, about Rotary and Rotary International. We had a district conference earlier, and we had about 5 people attend, if not more. I know that there were some technical difficulties for some of those in attendance, and it was done virtually, so obviously that was the reason for that. And this year, looking to have at least four folks kind of get involved in the leadership development participation. And again, through the website, through myrotary.org, check it out if you haven't already. But this is kind of gives you an idea of historically what we've done. And also with our district training, that's something that the reporting is a little bit of miss, because I know that there's some folks that did receive some training on there, including myself. So, but that kind of gives you an idea of what we've done in the past. And then our district conference, hopefully we can have a few more in attendance this year, and shooting for a goal of 7. But you can see, kind of puts us in the ballpark. If there's one thing we learned this year, is that nothing's for certain. So here we sit in person and in Zoom, but we all know that a month from now we could be in totally different circumstances. But hopefully it's for the better, and hopefully we can all kind of meet again in person and enjoy each other's company, even at the district level for our conference. Last year, even though again we had the unusual setting, we still had something that's been a continued trend for the club. I just can't say how impressive it is to see just the volunteering of hours, but also financial commitments from our members. As you can see, last year we had a goal of about 12,500, and we got close to 17,000, including some Polio Plus contributions, And we also contributed to some COVID-related kind of emergencies, if you will, with Youth on Their Own being a big part of that. This year, I'm going to move up the goal a little bit. You can see we've always, not always, but historically, we've blown our goal out of the water. We had our big year in 2018-19 under Bob. I was involved with the Boys and Girls Club there and for the Creative Arts Center. And so, but the trend continues. And so hopefully this year, certainly don't want to make any assumptions or anything like that, but just take this moment to say thank you for all of you that contribute and continue to support financially a lot of what our club is trying to do. So 13,000 is the goal that we've set for this year, and hopefully we find ourselves about a year from now kind of doing the same thing, being impressed with really the passion that our members have for the financial support of the club. All right, so looking at last year, it was kind of hard when Paul put some of this information together. It was really hard to grasp how active we still were. Both in the traditional sense of kind of some of the projects, the road cleanup and blood drive, some of those more traditional things, but then we also got creative, like the mini ride for the polio, the ALS virtual walk we need to put on. So there's just a number of different events and service projects that we were involved with as a club. And as you can see kind of there at the bottom, we had a goal of 45, and I think 47 was the number of people that ended up participating. So again, that's not a small feat. Congrats to you all, and thank you for all the service and your commitment for all these different things that we did. This year, kind of not knowing, again, maybe I'm just sandbagging. I really am not trying to. We're just trying to be conservative, is how us bankers like to think of things. Our service projects, setting a goal for 6, which is about what we set as a goal last year. Obviously some information is missing there, but well, given everything and kind of a little bit the uncertainty, I'm confident that we'll be able to exceed that by quite a bit. And then in participation, shoot for that 47 number, which I think is something also, especially if we are able to attract new members, is a number that I think that we should be able to meet. Let me see here, new generations. This is a committee within our club that is really involved with the youth for more of a broad category. And so I know Nicole is there, I think. So it's great to see Nicole here or there. But under her, Rotaract is doing some great things under her leadership and her involvement. So glad we're able to participate there and support through our New Generations Committee. And obviously Sharon and now Audrey are a huge part of that. And so we're really thankful for kind of what we were able to do last year, even through the tumultuous times. But then they were able to also coordinate our RILA, our youth leadership program was something that was virtual. So maybe it wasn't quite what it historically has been as an experience for those participants, but we did get a few high school kids to participate. And so this year, we're going to try to do some of the same. I'll show you that in a minute. In terms of public image, we do have some great things to celebrate. Most of you know now that our meetings are going on YouTube. So thank you, Jeff, for that. I know Jeff wasn't able to attend today, but our presence on Facebook and our website, and then we have some new things here that we're going to try to explore in terms of online presence and social media. So we have some big things to be proud of from last year, and then this year we're shooting for the same. Keep supporting our Rotaract Club, and then our Interact Club over at Tucson High as well is something that's starting to take off. I know Sharon had mentioned that there's a lot of good energy there, and so Bob Delaney and Sharon have done a great job of keeping that going, and I'm sure under Audrey that'll continue to be the case. And the online presence there, as you can tell from our district, the bar is either off or on. So very simple goal there. We have to have an online presence, and I think we're going to blow that out of the water. stay tuned, just kind of a plug for our program in a couple of weeks. Tony Spears is going to be giving us a presentation on what the public image or public relations committee is going to be putting together this year. So I would highly, highly recommend attending there if you can, because there's a lot of good things that are taking place in that committee, and that should help our club quite a bit. Let's see here. So social activities. Michael, I think I saw you on the Zoom here. And so thank you for kind of coordinating some of these things. Obviously, the district website didn't have some of our information. Or sorry, I take that back. I think they did have that on there. But we're going to continue to try to be a club of fun activities. So I know we had the Wildcats baseball on the docket last year, and hopefully that's something that can be revisited. It seemed like there's a lot of good energy there. Obviously, COVID changed those plans, but we were able to still meet and enjoy each other's companies, and I think that's something that we're going to continue to do. So we have a target there of 6 social activities, but I'm sure we're going to do quite a bit more, keeping fingers crossed. And with our updates and with our website and social media, 24, that's simple math there. It's probably as high as my brain can go. The 2 times 12, the 12 times tables always gave me a little bit of grief, but 2 times 12 I can remember. So it's about twice a month, but I would certainly bookmark our webpage, our website, catalinarotary.org, and make frequent visits if you can. Steve and Tony and the whole committee are doing a wonderful job. Steve even put on there a message from the president. So I would highly advise not listening to that one. If my voice is already starting to grate your ears, that might also be a factor there, but there's a lot of good information on there. We'll have speaker information. So check it out, make it part of your daily routine to just check out the website. I know most of you go to your typical sports websites or political websites. Just add Rotary on there as a bookmark and frequent it and spread the word. So here is a summary, and sorry, I'm kind of running through these kind of quickly. I'll want to leave some room for answers or questions there, but here are our goals. And so kind of laid out there in a format that you can kind of see the goal and kind of where we stand now. So just keep that in mind, and I'm always have that information. If you have questions on those or you want reminders of what they are, we'll certainly try to put those out to the club when we can. Now, moving on to my goals, and I'm a simple guy. I really am, even though my wife and kids might disagree. But my goals are basic. I would love to have our meeting attendance be around the 80% number. That's historically what we've been for the last year, 78, 79, 80%. I think that's really a testament to how great our members are and how much we enjoy being with each other. It's a testament to our speakers. So it involves all of us, and hopefully that's something that we can continue this year. And then a new number here, it's 65% committee participation. And this is something that I had a meeting with our committee chairs earlier this week, and I'm really hoping that this year, as we kind of get back to meeting in person and in kind of dedicating ourselves to our various missions, that this is something that I would like to focus on. And so with that said, there's going to be a little bit more of a proactive approach to getting some involvement. I know last year it's been hard to want to commit to things just because schedules have been all over the place. And then obviously the pandemics from a health standpoint has caused some concerns. But I would really ask each and every one of you to kind of look at your schedule and then also look at our various committees. There's a couple of openings there at the bottom, but we really have a wonderful message to share for our club. And I think the best way for us to get the message out there is to have active committees. It's kind of an odd goal, but committees are something that I think are really the lifeblood of a club. Not so much just having a committee per se, but really having an active, involved committee. And so I'll leave this up on the screen here for a little bit, but if you can take a look and really kind of try to think of something. If you're not, I know that there's some MVPs, some all-stars out there. I'm looking at you like Bob Delaney and Bob Grady that are involved in so many different things that that really it would be our responsibility as members to try to lighten the load, if you will, for all the things that we're trying to accomplish. So so please be generous with your time and look at what's out there and try to find a committee that might be something more of a passion for you and try to participate that way. Here are the committee chairs listed, and I want to thank all of them so much for their commitment for this year and for leading our committees and for making our club kind of what it is. But keep it in mind, we will be following up with you all. 65% of a goal obviously points to the fact that there's going to be some tracking. And so hopefully we can get, it's roughly about 39 members that we need to be involved with our committees. And that's a goal that we're going to keep track of. So again, I understand everyone's busy and I don't mean to minimize or kind of not account for kind of our work schedules, our family schedules, but hopefully you can find it in your schedule in your life to make a commitment for participating in our committees. And so with that, I think that is all I have. Steve, I don't know if I'll stop sharing and I'll leave it up to questions. And I think, Steve, if you are the moderator, I'll let you kind of guide things along here in terms of questions. So if you have any questions, please feel free to raise your hand or you know, all the good Zoom stuff. Doesn't have to be questions. So if you have comments, feedbacks, critiques, I've got a couple of minutes here before we have to move on and get to the rest of our meeting.
Hey, this is Tom. So
Hey, Tom.
upcoming speakers, are they going to be on Zoom? Or are they going to be here live? How are we going to work that?
Oh, good question. So I think the brainchild of our committee there that you see behind the computers have set things up so that we can have both. So we're going to have the podium there and have our speaker be in person if that's how they desire, kind of they can best present. So they'll join you for lunch and kind of make their presentation like we're doing right now, and then we'll do the regular Q&A. And then for us Zoom, we have a camera or the camera set up on them so that we can view them as well and still feel engaged. So I think this is going to be a nice setup, and we'll see. I know we have a few speakers lined up, and there's been a mixed response of in-person and hybrid, so I'm glad we're able to offer both options. And I should say, I should also say, obviously, you know, guests is something that we're also willing
Just
to.
as an update, it's at 0 service projects. It's all a timing issue in the system. Jimmy looked like he put his stuff together on the 28th or so of June. I updated it. We had like 16 or 17. You have to enter each one individually. So we far exceeded our goals for that.
That's correct there. Yeah. So I have that one screen that kind of listed everything there. It really was an amazing year for our service. So Bob and Peter, wonderful job there in coordinating a lot of these things for all those that were involved. All right. Any other questions or comments?
Shoot. Good Lord.
I have a question. What did you all have for lunch today?
I think there was a question on lunch. We're all curious. All right. Well, I think
I can tell
Chicken
you what
Florentine.
I can tell you what the vegans had. We had a roasted leek with really good meatballs, and Matt Mathewson even tried one of mine, and he thought it tasted pretty good. Rice.
Wow.
So anyway, I think the food at the Viscount is still up to par.
Well, that's awesome.
Oh, chicken Florentine for the carnivores.
Good. Well, I think Steve, unless there's any more questions, obviously this was more of a here's what we're doing kind of thing. So unless there's more questions, maybe we can move on.
I think we're moving on.
All right, great. Well, getting back to more, and obviously we've had a bit of a change in the structure of our meetings over the last year. We used to do kind of the announcements and all the fun stuff prior to, and we would end with our speakers. So just trying this format out, and we're going to go to our fun stuff after the speaker, lighten the mood a little bit. And so I will call on Barbara. Barbara has some exciting news to share with Let's Can Polio Drive. And Steve, I've got a flyer here to put on the screen if I can share the screen.
Is this where you want us? Right here? Okay, well, actually, you're going to see me and you're going to see Nicole, because what we're going to talk to you about today is something that you've got on your tables, and all of you out there in Wonderland got it virtually. We're talking about canning polio, and I want to tell you that all of this great artwork is done by Nicole. Nicole is the president of the Rotary Club. She's a member of our club, and it's really exciting to pull this together. So today I pulled up in front, I opened my tailgate, and many, many people, well, I won't say many, I want to say a third of you, brought me cans in bags, in all kinds of things. And we just, what? Oh, a little closer. Okay. She wants me to shout louder. Okay. Anyway, so you all gave me your cans. I am full to the brim of cans. And from here, I go to Recycle, which is right down the street on 22nd Street or up near Euclid. And we're going to recycle them. And we're going to collect money, which is 50 cents on the pound of can. That's a lot. And if you take that and you go ahead and say, what about 3 pounds? That's a kind of a normal thing. You're going to have $1.50. And if you go and save that over 3 months, 5 months actually, to November, and you go and put the Gates match on it, guess what? We're going to end up with just our club and the Rotaract with about $1,125 for polio. We're excited about this. And one of the reasons we're really excited is that for young people, whether they're Interact or Boy Scouts or whatever, it doesn't cost them a penny. Nicole, tell us about what you're doing in your club.
So my club, we're just starting to collect cans. So, our members are starting to, collect their cans, and then, I'll probably collect them and then, drop them off, or, bring them to Barbara and she'll drop them off. So, yes, that's what we're doing.
Okay, well, what I'm hoping to do is recruit a whole bunch of other clubs. And I'm asking if that club might not look for a club or a group of young people. Hey, I've got my eyes on the Boys and Girls Club, Tom. I'm not looking at you, just saying. Anyway, I'm thinking, you've got cans over there. Could you save them for me? Could they save them? Could they put them in bags? Could they get credit for this? Could we throw a pizza party for the best clubhouse that collected the most? Well, let's make some fun out of this. This is something that doesn't cost a penny. We're going to clean up the road. In fact, I have to tell you, BJ gave me a call the other day. He says, Barbara, got some cans for you. And I said, you do? He said, yeah, I can't make the meeting, but I want you to come get the cans. So I did. 705 cans. And he did that by walking daily along the Pantana Wash, along the Speedway Wash, picking up cans. Well, let me tell you, if BJ can do that in the first week, the first month, I think all of us can make a real difference. There it is. There's BJ. And I want you to look at the tie, guys. I mean, this is a guy who's up at 5151, East Speedway or Broadway. Thanks. Anyway, thank you. Yes, Arturo.
Was he wearing that suit?
No, actually, he walks every single day from like 6 to 7, and he picks up cans along the way. This is what it looks like when he turns them in. And I'll tell you what, I went and picked them up from him, and I felt like, yes, look at this. What a gift. Anyway, let's raise some money for polio. Let's can polio. Let's do it. Let's have fun doing it. Get a youth group involved. Get a Boy Scout group involved. Get people who, if you don't drink a bunch of seltzer or whatever, ask people to save it for you. Afterwards, I'm going to ask Diane if she'll save me cans one day a week, maybe, or something that I can use from the Viscount. Who knows? Let's make something out of this. Anyway, thank you, Nicole, for joining us. This is really exciting. And next, don't bring me your cans next week. It's the first Rotary meeting of every month. So I'll be here with my open tailgate. And by the way, this is Pat Egbert's brainchild. And he says, in the end, I've got to count all of this stuff. And then I'm going to go up. Photoshop. Do you know how to Photoshop? Yeah. Oh, good. Because we're going to Photoshop as many bags of cans as we have collected and do a collective group. And then we're going to give it to somebody for a story. Hey, Tony, are you listening? Anyway, thanks very much. Okay.
Thank you, Barbara. Nicole, it's so good to see you. So welcome back. And this is exciting. I don't know how BJ did it because that does look svelte. I think that was Arturo making the comments on how he's even in charity, he's styling, profiling. So that's cool. All right. Let me see. Bobby D. Is Bobby D in the house? Not in the house. Okay. So I don't know. Queens of, we were supposed to do the Queen of Hearts. So I don't know if that's something. Matt looks like he's getting up, or Pablo. I'll let you guys take over. So for those of you who don't know, we're on Zoom. So Queen of Hearts is we're doing a little bit differently this year. So I'll let Matt, maybe if you can give a little background on that.
I need 4 names. I know that. So everybody had the opportunity to buy chances for the Queen through the Event Groove website. And I think we've accumulated a fair amount of money, well over $2,000. I think. Do you have a number?
2,400, over 2,400.
2,400. Excellent.
Well, that was also from the past Queen of Hearts. So what we did is, since the last Queen of Hearts, we weren't able to do it in person. We manually put in that money, and it was like 1,200 or 1,300, and now we're up to 2,400. The new fundraiser is up and live. So if you guys didn't do it this time around, the new drawing is going to be next Friday. Now I will put it in so we could, if you guys don't want to do it digitally, you could come in person. You could buy tickets here, and I could enter the tickets physically on the spot before the drawing. The drawing, it does automatically, and then you guys have a chance to do the Queen, and we'll just keep on doing this every week. But the new event is up live, and I think I will share the link, and they could pass it email along, and you guys could participate for next week's.
Do you think the live purchases would be able to be done right up till noon?
Yep. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll take care of it.
So right before the meeting, there were a couple folks we had to turn away today because we didn't have that set up, but we'll be ready for it next week.
Yeah. So we'll have up to 12:30 to purchase tickets. So if you guys are coming in person and purchase tickets, just do it in the beginning. I'll enter the physical tickets, and you guys will be part of the drawing before the winners are selected. Yeah, go ahead, Andy.
Pablo, do you have to be here to draw?
No, to draw, no. I think we're just gonna have someone virtually draw from you. If you're in the Zoom, somebody here will just draw your card.
This is somebody. Right?
Yeah, but you won't win. No, but seriously, it's easy. Go when we share the link, go to the website. I think you get 6 tickets for $25. It's really straightforward, really easy. That's all you got to do. Make sure to put a name on the when you buy the tickets.
Okay.
I think we're ready. Go ahead. It will change every week because it's a new event.
Keep growing.
Okay, so I will send the link after we're done. But the link is live right now, so technically you could buy tickets starting right now.
Pablo, one question.
Mhm.
Today, we're going to be drawing 4
Correct. There are-
tickets because we've been kind of in arrears. We just haven't done this
We've
for a
been
while.
stockpiling,
So we
yeah.
want to give 4 people a chance to win. But from now on, if you're going to draw every week, are you going to just draw 1 ticket?
1 ticket, that's good. I'll change that. But you're right. One raffle winner per week.
Okay, very good. But today is a special day.
Today is
So
4.
we're just going to keep on drawing and drawing and drawing. And thank you, Pablo, for setting this up.
No
I
problem.
tell you what, this has been an interesting, besides learning recycling, I'm learning event grooving. This is interesting.
1 winner or 4 winners?
All right, I'll leave now.
Okay. Any other questions? If not, let's have a drum roll. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, we have to have people. That's right.
my understanding is that we're going to have, somebody's going to draw a ticket, so I know which one of these 4 people draws first. Is that correct? Well, but we've got 4 people. And what order are they going to draw? Because if the first one pulls the Queen of Hearts. So this is it in this order we're doing? All right, I gotcha. So our first drawer is Bob Grady. And he is here in person. That was drum roll.
Which one is it? Oh, the one you point, the thumb? That wasn't it.
No, that wasn't it. Yay. Okay, so our second drawer is Jeff Hamstra. Woo! Drum roll. Oh, it was a heart, but not the Queen of Hearts. Okay. The next 2 people are not with us, so I am going to draw for Anita McDonald, okay? Not even look. Oh, I'm so sorry. Sorry, Anita, you got the 4 of spades. Sorry about that. And the next, although he may not want me to draw for him since I blew that last one, Robert Delaney, also known as Bob. Bobby-o, Bobby D. Uh-oh.
One of my members.
The Queen of Hearts, or spades, sorry. Queen of spades. Ah, got so nervous. That's it. That's it for the day.
Well done.
Cards and come out and throw them away.
All right. Well, I'm happy to see that it's working well, Pablo. Thank you so much for setting all of this up. And I'm even happier that no one won and we still have a chance. So
$5 if you draw.
that's awesome.
Nice.
All right. So moving on here, Tom, I think you're in the room. Would you mind Sergeant at Arming the event, please?
Well, good afternoon. I got to say, it's a real pleasure seeing everybody. I haven't seen a lot of you in over a year. So Jimmy calls me up yesterday and says, "Hey, can you be Sergeant at Arms?" And I said, "Well, couple of conditions. First of all, I want to have a real no kidding expert sound guy in the room." He's back there. Thank you. And I said, "I want to have Broadway caliber lighting if I'm going to be on." Yeah. And unfortunately, Anita McDonald's not here. She's a pro at this. I was going to ask her, is my makeup okay? Anita could be a news anchor for any of the major networks. She's really gotten good at this. And the other thing is I wanted new wireless microphones. You remember those old things we used to have? I mean, they were bad. So the drive down was uneventful. I actually remembered where to go. I came straight down Swan, took a left on 5th, and then right up here by the school. But I did notice there's a bunch of speed bumps there, and it's now a bike boulevard. I've been coming down that road for 20 years. I have never seen a bicycle on that road. I'm sure it was money well spent. Let's see. Somebody asked, what are you guys having for lunch? I can tell you, it's white gravy. No kidding. First gravy I've had on a tie in 15 months. I also want to thank President Jimmy for passing out these Rotary pins because I forgot mine. So everybody here was given a Rotary pin, and if you weren't smart enough to pin it on, put a buck in the can for God's sakes, unless you're wearing one already. Pat's showing us his shirt there. Okay. Couple of announcements first. Cindy just finished Heartworks. First time she's done that in a year. So the summer program, she did that. And as you know, we funded that over a year. So, and there's going to be an art show, Heartworks art show at the Sands Club at sometime in October. I'm not really sure about that, but if you go to the Sands Club, be careful. They're looking for members. They're going to ask. So anyway, El Tour de Tucson is a go this year as well. Al, you know where the Sands Club is, Al? It's in the north end of the end zone, second floor. Turns out the Okay, call me a skeptic. The athletic department's got to do something to fund all those salaries they had to reimburse for, firing everybody last year. So anyway. So let's see, what else are we doing? Oh, okay. So as usual, I had nothing when I drove in, and I've got a few things here. For changes to the rooms. Is it me or is this room brighter? I don't know. And I think we got new carpet. I like that. New everything. Okay. So thanks to the Viscount. It's a Wyndham Viscount now. So there's been a change of ownership, I guess. I don't know. Okay. I'll start with the anniversaries and birthdays. The 23rd, which is that next week or the week after? Week after. Okay, that's my anniversary. 44 years of wedded bliss. And since we haven't had a sergeant in a long time, I'm going to go leg up for that. And for all the bad stuff I did this year that I didn't get fined for. So any other anniversaries or birthdays here in the next week or so? Frank.
Happy birthday. And I'll go a leg up.
All right, thank you. And by the way, when I look out on the crowd, if I forget your name, please forgive me. I just, haven't seen anybody. So anything else? Anniversaries, birthdays? Andy.
Pam has a birthday on the 14th. Unfortunately, we'll be out of town. So I'm going to make sure she does a leg up.
Excellent. Thank you. That's 3. Anniversaries, birthdays, and, a 4-way test. I can get into Club Runner, but I can't figure out anniversaries and birthdays. So I guess that'll be the next thing I figure out. Okay. So kind of listening around the table. Jeff Hamstra, he said, you know what? I'm a face-to-face guy. Zoom meetings, I just really don't enjoy them. And I like doing things face-to-face. Well, I am so glad you're here, Jeff, because I have a few things on you. So, yeah, and you hear about the people that did well in the COVID, people didn't do well in the COVID. Turns out that Hamstra Heating and Cooling did great in the COVID, according to the owner right there. I mean, I listened. Did he say that? Anyway. But so hottest day of the year, 3 weeks ago, Sunday, I think it was June 18th. I come home and it's Sunday afternoon and I go, Cindy, the house is really hot. And she goes, yeah. I heard a clanging outside. Well, guess what? My compressor fan went bad. So I call up Hamstra Heating and Cooling. This is Sunday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's 115 outside. And they go, well, we're really busy this afternoon, but maybe we could get you, I'll check. And then she calls me back. Earliest we can get you is Monday morning. And I went, it's probably not going to work. And she goes, well, we can get you after hours, weekend. And I'm going, so is this going to cost me a bunch of money? And she said, yeah. And I said, I don't care. Come fix the thing. Anyway, so Brendan came out and he did a great job and I congratulated Jeff. So I haven't seen you in a while. Glad you're here. I'm sure you're probably, after that glowing report.
I'll definitely go a leg up.
All right. Thank you.
To see all these faces again. Like I said, I'm not a Zoom fan.
Okay, thank you. And then also at my table, congratulations. We've got some good news from Norm. Congratulations, by the way, Norm. Can you tell us what you're doing this year?
Yes, I was asked to rejoin the Pima Community College Foundation, and I'm going to be treasurer. So we do the same thing. We serve. We serve to change lives. So thank you, Pima Community College Foundation, and have mercy on me as treasurer. Thank you.
Well, you got the can, man. It's up to you. 4-way test. Remember, inflation dollars. So,
Got it.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, Nicole, welcome to Catalina Rotary Club, where no good deed goes unpunished. You were ratted out this morning. I was shocked. It was a past president that did it, but I think you have some news for us. And I hope you have some money for us too.
I got engaged on May 1st.
Congratulations. You really happy about that? I'm pulling it out of you, so That's the can there. When we do good things in Catalina Rotary, we put some money in the can. Oh, there we go. Like I said, welcome to Catalina Rotary Club. Let's see, vacations. Pat, you're going on a vacation next week. Yeah, you're sorry that you were talking to me, I know. But anyway, tell me about it.
We're taking the grandkids to La Jolla. That'd be fun. A chance to do it again. They missed last year and they're really excited. And that's a blessing.
Well, thank you. And I want to tell you that if you're ever in San Diego with Pat and Candy, like I was about 4 years ago, and it's Memorial Day weekend, I think maybe Saturday night, we start trying to get dinner reservations, couldn't get any. Candy says, give me the phone. She picks up the phone, calls her former son-in-law who owns a restaurant over there in Little Italy, right? And guess what? We had, this was the week we went sailing. I think there was 10 of us. We had dinner reservations for 10 at 7 p.m. in Little Italy, no problem. So just remember that if you're ever over there and you need reservations. Yeah, right. Former son-in-law, correct? Yeah, but they're still on good terms. So, I mean, she just hit speed dial. It was 14. She hit 1-4 and boom, he's on the phone. Okay. Any other vacations coming up? Andy, well, thank you for being so honest with us, Andy.
Well, somebody.
Thank you for being treasurer for so long. By the way.
I figured somebody was going to rat me out anyway.
That's right.
I'd better rat myself. We're on our way up to Oregon to see our granddaughter and perhaps her parents. And so we're going to be gone for a few weeks, but we're definitely going to spend a lot of time with our granddaughter.
Congratulations. And, you know, we do have people on here virtually, and I can't see who you are, but if you have something and you want to give us a happy buck, let me know. I see Bob raise his hand back there. Okay, Jim, I'm listening.
All right, Jim. I think it was Jim Kester, I mean. You're on mute.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
There you go.
I'll bring in my coins for next Friday for the can. My 42nd wedding anniversary was the 7th of the month, and my wife's birthday is on the 18th, so we'll contribute next week.
And okay, I got the mic back. So Jim, I'm going to tell you that Barbara just told us that she figured out how to donate online. So if Barbara can figure it out, I think you can figure it out. So no sense in waiting a week. And Barbara's going to send you the link. Anybody else? Matt.
So I just got a text message that I responded to, so that should probably cost me a.
Absolutely, yeah,
right there.
yeah. This is Rotary after all.
The text message was from Tony Spear.
Oh, yeah?
He said, I just pulled into Hatch. How is the hybrid meeting going? And I said, great, it's sergeant time. Got any happy bucks? He said, yes. Just finished a world famous Hatch chili cheeseburger at Sparky's. And happy and grateful for Bob and Steve. Ring me up. Now, he doesn't say how much.
You know, it's funny you said that. When you told me he was in Hatch, I was going to say, if he just had a chili cheeseburger at that restaurant, maybe we'll cancel the fun. But since he volunteered, no.
Well, I'd say we expect a 10 spot from him anyway.
Probably. Thank you.
Okay.
I think I'm about running out of time here. One more, Sharon and Arturo. Two more.
Well, I did a Rotary makeup by getting my left cataract taken care of by Rotarian Dr. Aaron. So it was kind of cool. Rotary patient, Rotary surgeon. So I'll go a leg up for that.
Well, thank you. I was going to say that's not really a makeup, but since you gave a leg up, it's a makeup. Arturo.
Yeah. At the start of this meeting, I received a text from my son. He is very proud to be a proud owner of a new license, Arizona driver's license. Yeah, so 17 years old. I'll do a leg up after I pay for the insurance.
Yeah. I was going to say, you better do it quick because a former Rotarian in this club was upset when his son started driving and he called up his insurance company he was a longtime member and he complained about the rate hike. And so they said, well, the PK, probability of kill for a teenager, is in the first year is 100%. So you better, so he said, well, okay, that's where you're going to be. And guess what? 3 months later, he wrecked his car. So anyway, good luck. We've all been there. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. And thank you for being so generous. It's fun to be back here after a year. Thank you.
All right. So I think I'm on again. Microphone on. Awesome. Thank you, Paul. Tom, that was awesome. It's really so good. Makes it feel like normal, even through a screen. This kind of experience has been sorely missed, just being able to interact with each other in person like that. So hats off to you, and thank you everyone for your generosity. It's great. No other way to explain it. So I think we'll wrap things up now. And I do want to echo Tony's comments there, that this meeting would not be possible if it wasn't for Steve and Bob, and well, there's a crew of about 5 or 6 people that have spent a lot of time on this, and have dedicated and committed to doing it throughout the rest of the year, or until we have to, do it in this format. But thank you guys so much. Really means a lot to me, and then to the club as well, for being able to do this. So thank you all. Thank you to Frank for the invocation, for Paul for the pledge. Bob, I know you rang the bell, I think. It's still ringing in my ears, so thank you for that. Let's see here. Steve, thank you for moderating the Q&As there. And I guess there was a few of you there, Pablo, Matt, and Joanne on the Queen of Hearts. That was fun too. And again, even more fun when they don't win, or when it's not me winning. And I think that's it. So I think I will, before ringing the bell, I kind of want to start a new, I don't know if I want to go so far as to call it tradition, but something that I'd like to do this year as I share my screen. Give me a second here. There we go. So as a Rotary Club, we have, I would like for us to start concluding our meetings by reciting things that the 4-way test of the things we think, say, and do. And I would invite all of you to stand up and join me in reciting the 4-way test. So first, is it the truth? Second, is it fair to all concerned? Third, will it build goodwill and better friendships? And fourth, will it be beneficial to all concerned? Thank you all so much. It's great to see you, and I hope to see you soon. Have a good weekend. See you, Zoomers. It's great having you. Hopefully see you next week. Bye, guys.
My cowbell.